Hi, DiElle here, and I'm back in my little creative space. This is my couch where I do my beautiful Monday broadcasts from, and I am here to give you an update about the stories behind the songs, the book that I'm writing, and I'm very excited and a little bit emotional, I have to say, that I've just sent my first draft to Sam. Sam Pearce at Swap Books is mentoring me through this process, and also taking me through the design and editing process for my book. And I've just sent her the first draft, so I'm quite excited to see what she'll make of it. She's very experienced in this field and has helped a lot of authors write books and designed their books, and has been involved with some really amazing projects. So I'll be interested to see how she thinks my little book of stories sort of stands up in that space. The last part of the process that I've been through today, so today's Friday, the last bit of the process that I've just gone through today is to complete all of the edits that I got through feedback from my peer reviewers, and there were 3 in particular who really gave me some detailed notes, and I just want to thank each of them in specifically, because that really has been a massive part of the process for me. First and foremost, Jane, who is Jeff's sister. My friend Jeff, who passed away when we were young. This obviously is a really sensitive topic, and I reached out to Jane to make sure that she was happy with them, and she was happy with what I'd written, and that she thought her parents would be okay with it, and that sort of thing. And it's been a really constructive process. We actually met up and talked about it for quite a long time. She put me straight on a couple of things that I've either remembered wrong or didn't know in the first place. So that was obviously emotional for us both, and I'm really grateful to Jane for taking the time to do that, and make sure that Jeff's story can be as full and accurate as possible. I have been candid about the fact that I thought it was this, but actually I've learned it was that. That's all Jane's input, so huge thank you to Jane and the rest of Jeff's family for being part of that process and allowing me to tell this story. It's going to be one of the most fulfilling parts of having this book published, I think. Secondly, Naomi, who is a friend of mine from university. She's a very close friend, and she is very highly accomplished academically. She has her books published by the Bodleian, so her opinion was her opinion was really important to me, and her feedback as to the continuity and the quality of the storytelling and stuff like that was really important. She's also an ACEs proofreader, so that was really valuable, valuable for me as well. Another friend of ours, Laura, who when we were at university, Laura and I were in a band together called the Juniper Berries. Laura also read it, and I would like to thank Laura very much. She printed out the script. She printed it out, and so I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Laura. Your notes and smiley faces really made it fun to make those last corrections, just when you feel like, oh, I've got to go through the whole thing again. Having Laura's notes really made that fun. So thanks for that, Laura, and to everyone else who's given me feedback to get me to this process. I really am very grateful. It's an incredibly difficult task, and probably won't be surprised to hear me say that it's harder than I thought it would be. Sam gave me some great advice early on, so I started planning what I was going to do in April this year, and Sam and I sat down and we spoke about structure and that sort of thing. And once I decided that I wanted to do it in chronological order of the three studio albums, it actually, there's very little reason to not do that, I think. That gave me a really good structure, and Sam sort of looked at me and she said, "You strike me as a sort of person who doesn't throw anything away," which is very true. And she said, "You've probably written a lot about this sort of thing already. Just go through everything and gather together everything that you've got, and then you can look at filling in the spaces of the bits that you need to do." So I did that, and that was really useful advice. I have, if you're on my mailing list, you know that every now and then I'll send you a story about a song on an email. So I had emails archived, there's stories on the blog, and that sort of thing, where I'd and obviously I'd already written the stories behind the songs for Beautiful Monday, and I did want to revisit some of that with the years and time and space that has gone between me and writing that book. I wanted to edit some of that as well, so we did all of that, which was actually really useful to see where the bulk of the work needed to be done. One of my main concerns about doing it that way was that there would be duplicates of things, where some songs like Shelter from the Storm I recorded once for Beautiful Monday as an acoustic version, and then we recorded again for a fuller version, and I was worried about continuity issues, and where I may have repeated myself and stuff like that, where I've had dyslexic structure and sentence structure and not quite got my meaning across and that kind of thing. And people like Naomi and Laura and Jane and Teresa and all the people who've given me feedback have really helped clarify for me that actually, yeah, this person does appear and you haven't said who they are, or this person appears and you have already said who they are, so you don't need to say that again, that kind of thing. I think I was quite daunted by having to pick up on those things myself, knowing that it was a kind of dip in and move around sort of process of writing the book. So that's where I am at the moment. I've just sent it off to Sam. I'm really excited to see what she's going to say, and I will keep you posted. So if you would like, if you'd like to keep in touch, come to Facebook. I've got a Facebook group called The Stories Behind the Songs, linked from my band page, which is DiElle Music UK, DIELLE Music UK, and I will see you there. Thanks very much.